As the year draws to a close, many people are still caught up in the rush of the festive season. But for a lot of South Africans, this time also brings end-of-year fatigue. Why is it so important, even amid the celebrations, to pause, rest and truly recharge so we can begin the new year feeling refreshed and rejuvenated? And to help us today unpack this issue, we are now joined by global speaker and founder of the Mindset Development Institute, Jabu Zwane, and he joins us now via our video link. Mr. Zwane, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. Firstly, let's start off here. Of course, we are talking about end-of-year fatigue. For many who may not know, what is end-of-year fatigue?
Well, thank you so much for having me. End-of-year fatigue is, when your body says, you've had enough for the day, for the year. You've been working throughout. Your brain is to full capacity, and there is a need for you now to reset, to get ready for the next year coming. Your mind knows this, your body knows this, and your psychology knows this.
And many would even say that, you begin to feel this fatigue maybe from as around September, continuing into the festive season. Why is it so important to just take a moment to pause and reflect and, get that much needed rest?
No, absolutely. By this time, you are emotionally depleted. The pressures of deadlines and unresolved stress is still with you. And it is important to start to think about, the next year that is coming. And the reason why it is important for us to take a rest is because if you don't do that, you'll find that you'll struggle the next year with, we call it mental fog. You're struggling with remembering things. You're struggling with focusing. You're not going to be in your best. It is important for us to take that rest and to think about restarting the year on a new, if you want to put it that way, on a new page.
And if you don't take that time out and, look at it and say, look, my body needs to rest now, what do you risk? I know that you have made mention of some, but what is the bigger picture here when it comes to someone not taking and listening to their bodies, saying that it's time for you to take a rest now?
Number one, you are risking mental sharpness. You're risking your ability to perform at your peak. You are risking being present in situations where you need to be fully present. You're risking, as I've said, not being able to remember. You are risking being irritable, not being at your emotionally functional self. You're also risking, physically, as far as your health is concerned, you're risking diseases such as long-term, you're risking, what's this thing? I can't remember now. My mind has gone blank. You see this? I need to rest myself. Alzheimer's, and those kind of diseases where your brain starts to really, take a beating over time when you have not rested for, enough throughout years.
And many find themselves during this time of the year, they are on holiday, taking that much needed break. And what would you say in terms of the advice you can give members of the public when it comes to taking some time out? What can they do while they recognize, their fatigue and realize that, it is time to switch off and recharge?
Rest, sleep. Avoid taking on these tasks. I know in our culture, especially in African culture, there are all of these mikites and kitis and celebrations. To the best of our ability, try as much as you possibly can to take a rest and to take a break and to give your break, your body, your emotions, your mind a break. If you are able to go away and be in a place where you're not able to do anything, go ahead and do that. If you know that typically around this time there's quite a lot of demand, especially in your family gatherings or relatives gatherings, limit your engagement in those types of environments. Sleep, eat well, rest well, and make sure that you really take this time, make it a resting time, as opposed to be to be taking on massive projects of celebration. As much as it is celebration, if it still does take quite a bit from you as far as physical energy, mental energy is concerned. You want to avoid those as much as you possibly can.
All right, Mr. Zwane, thank you so much for your time and for that insight. That's Jabu Zwane there, global speaker and founder of the Mindset Development Institute, just talking about end-of-year fatigue and why it's important to take some time out and reflect and, of course, rest before you recharge for the next year.